Hey everyone. Today I want to talk about online crisis management. A couple months ago, we were contacted by a company whose reputation was really being hurt by some very malicious articles that were written in a fairly major newspaper. And this newspaper seemed to have a personal agenda against our client. And they were, giving our client a hard time. They wrote about 4 separate articles on different occasions. And of course, our client, was one of these typical people that they're not terribly savvy with online, ranking and how SEO works. And so for them, they had just no idea what to do. So we put together a course of action quickly to help mitigate the damage as much as possible. And if you happen to be facing something like this, then you know how damaging it can be to have negative information about you online. This client had worked very, very hard in this particular line of business. He had built his business. He had a good reputation in his community, was really well known actually, and had no problems to this point. Now, whether it was somebody at the newspaper that was angry or, they had a friend who was a competitor, we don't know. But the net effect was that it really, really hurt this individual's business, and they refused to take it down. And so anyway, our client lost about 45% of his revenue over a 6-month period. So what we did, we scrambled, we suppressed as much negative information about him and his company as we could. Within about 3 months, after putting out some new information, some positive information, working to rank that, getting some positive articles out there, building some websites, everything was indexed. They were beginning to climb onto the first page and fight their way through the negative postings that were a little bit difficult to move. We moved a majority of them down, but getting them off the first page actually required doing some traditional, call it online reputation management, working basically to build new sites. But here's the good news. As a result, after this whole trial that he had been through, roughly 4 months, his revenues are now back to about 80% of what they were, not back to 100, but still it was a huge, huge improvement. The documents, anything that seemed to be incriminating or damaging about him or his company is now far, far, far down in the search results. And, he's getting his market share back. And that just goes to show the power of, leveraging crisis management through both positive and negative SEO. Now, I know that's a very controversial topic, but I would say that a majority of our clients are facing issues just like these. Now, if that is you, or if you are a firm that you'd like to outsource some of your work, please get in touch with us at negativeseoguide.com.